Ah, I would be reading Red Pyramid, but I left that shit at work. I won't be able to get it back till Tuesday. I still got 3 more days after today. However, I don't know. So, we finished Gilgamesh. I read Atrahasis by myself. Um, I think I read Nurgle and Erish could go with you guys, but I'm pretty sure we read the newer version, not the older one. I read the older one, and then I read the newer one with you, I think. And then I read The Descent to Ishtar by myself. I read the story of Adapa by myself, which was pretty cool. Is this the one that said he? Which one's the one where they talk to the snake? There's a story in here where they talk to a snake, and it's like, it's like the serpent from the Bible, which means that it originates from a Mesopotamian myth. So, that's crazy. I don't. I don't think it's the story of Adapa. I don't even remember the story of Adapa. Yeah, well, it was alright. They're all alright. There's just better stories, I feel like, that are better written. But remember, all these stories came from, like, Gilgamesh, and it's crazy. The Odyssey, Homer, Odysseus is basically Gilgamesh. You know, he's just reinterpreted for the Greeks. Very insane. Anyway, we're in the story of Etana. It's hard to show on camera. Weird. Etana. This is a story of this is the snake story. So I'll start it from the beginning. I don't want to. I'm not going to. It's because I already read Tablet 1 of Etana. I've already read Tablet 2. No, I'm in the middle of Tablet 2. So basically, a snake is here and is talking to the eagle. And I think the eagle said, "You want to be friends?" to the snake, you know, so that way you're not evil anymore, you know. We don't have to fight. And then the snake said, "Sure." And then the eagle said, my cat is always freaking me out. And then the eagle says, "Yeah, but if you break your oath, like, I get to kill you." And then the snake says, "Sure." And then they've been chilling for like a while, and the snake is thinking about turning evil now. Yeah, see? I don't know who's saying this line though. Father, don't eat. The net of Shamash will ensnare you. Shamash is a god in Mesopotamia. And that's what the snake said. The eagle said, "If you break our oath, Shamash will ensnare you. The snares on which the oath of Shamash is sworn will overturn you and ensnare you. Remember, whoever oversteps the limits set by Shamash, Shamash shall deliver into the hands of the smiter for harm. It would not listen to them, and would not listen to the word of its sons. It went down and ate the serpent's young." Oh shit, it's the eagle that went bad. The eagle went bad. That's crazy. Oh wow. Or did the snake eat its own babies? You can never tell. In the evening, no, the eagle ate it. The close of day, the serpent came and was carrying its load, laid the meat down at the entrance to its nest, stared, for its nest was not there. Morning came, but the eagle did not appear, for with its talons it had clawed at the ground, and its dust cloud covered the heavens on high. The serpent lay down and wept. Its tears flowed before Shamash. Aw. That's sad. I trusted in you, Shamash the warrior, and I was helpful, the eagle who lives in the branches. Then there's let's continue. Now the serpent's nest is grief-stricken. My own nest is not there, while its nest is safe. My young ones are scattered, and its young ones are safe. It came down and ate my young ones. You know the wrong which it has done me, Shamash? Truly, O Shamash, your net is as wide as earth. Your snare is as broad as the sky. The eagle should not escape from your net, as criminal as Anzu who wronged his comrade. Damn. The snake is good? That's crazy. I can't believe the snake is a good guy. There's 18 notes. I've already read like a few of them, but let's read the rest. I think I'm on note 14 out of 18. There's way more. There's like 31 notes in this story, and I'm on like 15 or something, but I have to read up to 18, so hold on. So 14. 13 is, may Shamash lift its head for the slaughter. May Shamash deliver the evil one into the hands of the smiter. May he station an evil Galu demon over him. No, 14, Old Babylonian version inserts a perfunctory line. What's perfunctory? No, 14, Old Babylonian version inserts a perfunctory line. What's perfunctory? A line with minimum effort, I guess. Where did I read that? All conceived, all gave birth, which MAV elaborates to. What's MAV? Do I have it in the beginning? I have like a little index. Middle Assyrian version. Text from the late 2nd millennium, found in Assyria. So the modern Assyrian version elaborates to, in the crown of the tree the eagle gave birth, and at the base of the poplar the serpent gave birth. In the shade of that poplar the eagle and the serpent became friends. They swore an oath together. They were partners. They confided their worries to each other. 15. Old Babylonian version has the serpent will catch a leopard or a tiger. 16. Reading Ana Eri Tumani Anaku Asram is the SMD. So SMD is I don't have one for that, so I don't know what that would be. Note 17 is restored from Old Babylonian version. Note 18 is as it stands in Standard Babylonian version. This line alludes to Anzu's betrayal of Elil while acting as his trusted doorkeeper. However, modern Assyrian version has a similar sounding word, Anzilu, abomination. At the same point, to the allusion to Anzu may derive from a corrupt text. Also, era and issue, note 39. Alright, I lost the page I was on, unfortunately, so hold on. When he heard the serpent's plea, Shamash made his voice heard and spoke to the serpent. Go along the path, cross the mountain where a wild bull has been found for you. Open up its innards, slit open its stomach, make a place to sit inside its stomach. All kinds of birds will come down from the sky and eat the flesh. The eagle too will come down with them, since it will not be aware of danger to itself. It will search out the tenderest morsels, will comb the area, penetrate to the lining of the innards. Oh no, when it enters the innards, you must seize it by the wing. What the fuck? Cut its wings, feather, and pinion. Pluck it and throw it into a bottomless pit. Let it die there of hunger and thirst. God, oh Lord! Oh Lord, the God is plotting against the eagle. Dude, this might be the best one. This might be better than Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, it's just an epic I read before. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, even though it's the first one, so it's a 5 out of 5. Okay, but from a modern day perspective, nah. I give Gilgamesh a 3. I give this whole book a 3 out of 5. It's definitely a 5 out of 5 history book. This is a 5 out of 5 history book. Maybe a 4 out of 5. I wish it could tell me more about the people who wrote them and what they did, not just their stories. Even though this book is just about the story, so I get it. But it definitely makes me want to learn more about the Assyrians and the Sumerians and the Hittites and the Canaanites aren't here. The Canaanites are a little. I think they come a little later, just a little bit later. Yeah. All right, let's continue. That's a crazy line. Let's go read note 19. Or where Shakan has bound a wild bull for you, or where I, Shamash, have bound a wild bull for you. Okay, whatever. Open up its innards. We already read that. At the command of the warrior Shamash, the serpent went. It crossed the mountain. The serpent came upon the wild bull, and opened up its innards, and slit open its stomach, and made a place to sit inside its stomach. All kinds of birds came down from the sky and began to eat the flesh. But the eagle was aware of the danger to itself. What? And would not eat the flesh with the other birds. The eagle made his voice heard and spoke to its son. Come, and let us go down. Let us eat the flesh of this wild bull. But the young fledgling was exceptionally wise, and said to the eagle, its father, Don't go down, father. Perhaps the serpent is lying in wait inside the wild bull. How does he know? The eagle reasoned thus to itself. If the birds felt any fear, how would they be eating the flesh so peacefully? It did not pay heed to them, did not listen to the words of its sons. Came down and stood upon the wild bull. The eagle inspected the flesh, but kept scanning ahead of it and behind it, and inspected the flesh again, but kept scanning ahead of it and behind it. It kept going further in until it penetrated to the lining of the innards. As it went right in, the serpent seized it by the wing. You robbed my nest! You robbed my nest! The eagle made its voice heard and began to speak to the serpent. Spare me, and I shall give you, as one betrothed, a nudanu payment. A nudanu payment? What is that? Anyway, it says, go read note 20 and 21. 20 says, or where Shaka, very uncertain, Von Saudon reads as, you entered and changed my nest. Kinnear Wilson, you entered upon my nestlings. Edward 1987, 137, suggests a serpentine tongue twister. Note 21, the word implies payment to a bride before marriage, which ensured her livelihood after her husband's death. Interesting. The serpent made his voice heard and spoke to the eagle. If I were to free you, how would I answer Shamash the Most High? The punishment due to you would revert to me, the punishment that I now inflict on you. It cut its wings, pinion, and feather, plucked it and threw it into a pit, to die of hunger and thirst. The eagle, every day it prayed repeatedly to Shamash, Am I to die in the pit, who realized that it is your punishment I bear? Save my life for me, the eagle, so that I may broadcast your fame for eternity. Shamash made his voice heard and spoke to the eagle. You are wicked, and you have grieved my heart. You did an unforgivable deed, an abomination to the gods. You are dying, and I shall not go near you. But a man whom I am sending to you is coming. Let him help you. No way. They're gonna save the eagle? This is crazy. This is a 4 out of 5. This is a 4 out of 5. If it keeps it up, it's gonna get a 5 out of 5. Which version is this? Is this the only version for Etana? Wow. What a good story. Every day, Etana prayed repeatedly to Shamash. "O Shamash, you have enjoyed the best cuts of my sheep. Earth has drunk the blood of my lambs. I have honored the gods and respected the spirits of the dead. The dream interpreters have made full use of my incense. The gods have made full use of my lambs at the slaughter. O Lord, let the word go forth from your mouth and give me the plant of birth. Show me the plant of birth. Remove my shame and provide me with a son." Note number 22 says, reading Piltu from Pistu rather than Biltu, load, burden, which is the traditional translation but inappropriate in the standard, in the SMD, which I don't have I don't know what SMD could mean. Yeah, I don't even have it on my sigla and abbreviations. You know, my legend. Shamash made his voice heard and spoke to Etana. "Go along the road, cross the mountain, find a pit and look carefully at what is inside it. An eagle is abandoned down there. It will show you the plants of birth." At the command of Shamash the warrior, Etana went, crossed the mountain, found the pit, and looked at what was inside it. An eagle was abandoned down there. The eagle raised itself up at once. Oh, Etana needs a son, and his son is gonna be the eagle. We're gonna be reading Etana tablet number 3. Bro, this is good shit. This is good shit. I need a cigarette, okay? I'll be back. I'm afraid to smoke on camera. Last time I smoked on camera, I'm not doing drugs, bro. TikTok, I'm not even doing drugs. I'm not promoting smoking. I'm a guy who's sick. I'm sick. I'm addicted to nicotine. It's not my fault that I'm smoking on camera. Oh my God. They just restricted my live. But I'm reading Etana. It's not my fault I'm addicted. It's not my fault I'm a patient in need. You see? Let's just read. Tablet 3. This we're gonna be reading the late version, which is the text dating between 612 BC and the end of the Seleucid era from Babylonian. What's Seleucid? Let's see if it's in a glossary. I don't know. I'm reading what the 7 sages are. Beluga. I'm tired now. Alright, let's move on. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to Shamash. O Lord, the offspring of a bird, I am whatever he says, whatever I say. At the command of Shamash, the offspring of the bird, the eagle made his voice heard and spoke to Etana. Why have you come to me? Tell me. Etana made his voice heard to the eagle. Oh, my friend, give me the plant of birth. Show me the plant of birth. Remove my shame and provide me with a son. Leave when you get out. Then the eagle said to Etana, all alone I shall search the mountains. Let me bring the plant of birth to you. Let's go read notes 23 and 24. Kilmer Wilson's 4 is taken here as better preserved variant of 3. In his edition, his fragment 3/B on page 106 may not belong to the myth. I am indebted to Dr. Jeremy Hughes for the observation that Kilmer Wilson and others had assigned observe and reserved to his text M, plates 24-5 incorrectly collated. And then 25. 24, restorations are based on line endings preserved in 3, page 104 of, I don't know, Kilmer Wilson's edition. I don't know what that is. 25, this translation differs from that of Kilmer Wilson here, rejecting the restoration of a ladder with rungs and taking the phrase sababu and kapu in its attested sense to teach to fly. SMD. We're going to read MAV, which is the modern Assyrian version of Tablet 3. When Etana heard this, he covered the front of the pit with juniper, made for it and threw down, and kept Thus he kept the eagle alive in the pit. He began to teach it to fly again. For 1 month, then a second month, he kept the eagle alive in the pit, and began to teach it to fly again. For a third month, then a fourth month, he kept the eagle alive in the pit, and began to teach it to fly again. Note 25 is a verb. Number 26, taking the verb as sadhu. Now we're going to read Tablet 3, the Old Babylonian version. Etana helped it for 7 months. In the 8th month, he helped it out of the pit. Let's go read note 26. Yeah, we already read it. The eagle, now well fed, was as strong as a fierce lion. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to Etana. My friend, we really are friends, you and I. Tell me what you wish from me that I may give it to you. Etana made his voice heard and spoke to the eagle. Change my destiny and disclose what is concealed. Then there's a gap of about 6 lines where we're going to continue the tablet in the standard Babylonian version. Etana went and helped the eagle out. Note number 27 says, the Kinnear Wilson would place this episode in a hypothetical 4th tablet. See his number 4/A on page 108. The present reconstruction supposes the line 8 of Old Babylonian version in Kinnear Wilson. Page 40 is a version of line 13 of Standard Babylonian version on page 114, but this is far from certain. The eagle, now well fed, was as strong as a lion. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to Etana. My friend, we really are friends, you and I. Tell me what you wish from me. Okay, I already read that. We're going to continue it with the standard Babylonian version. Etana went and helped the eagle out. The eagle hunted around in the mountains, but the plant of birth was not to be found there. Come, my friend, let me carry you up to the sky. Let us meet with Ishtar, the mistress of birth. Beside Ishtar, the mistress of birth, let us. Put your arms over my sides. Put your hands over the quills of my wings. He put his arms over his sides, put his hands over the quills of its wings. The eagle took him upwards for a mile. My friend, look at the country. How does it seem? The affairs of the country buzz like flies, and the wide sea is no bigger than a sheepfold. The eagle took him up a second mile. My friend, look at the country. How does it seem? The country has turned into a garden, and the wide sea is no bigger than a bucket. It took him up a third mile. My friend, look at the ceremony. Look at the country. How does it seem? I am looking for the country, but I can't see it, and my eyes cannot even pick out the wide sea. My friend, and I cannot go any further towards heaven. Retrace the way and let me go back to my city. The eagle shrugged him off for 1 mile, then dropped down and retrieved him on its wings. The eagle shrugged him off for a second mile, then dropped down and retrieved him on its wings. The eagle dropped him off for a third mile, then dropped down and retrieved him on its wings. A meter from the ground, the eagle shrugged him off, then dropped down and retrieved him on its wings. Then there's a gap of uncertain length. They go back to Kish. Etana has a series of 3 dreams which encourage him to make a second attempt to reach heaven. Etana said to the eagle, my friend, I saw a first dream. The city of Kish was sobbing. Within it, the people were in mourning. I sang a song of lamentation. O Kish, giver of life. Etan cannot give you an heir. O Kish, giver of life. Etana cannot give you an heir. Then there's a gap of uncertain length. Let's go read some notes. Reading Humbaba instead of Humwawa or Hamas. This fragment given by Kinnear Wilson at page 125 as late version 5 may come as the second in the preceding sequence of 3 dreams. Both in Etana and in Gilgamesh, the reconstructions given here allow for a sequence of threes for confirmation. The dream may have indicated that Etana would have had a son to carry out on his funerary rites. And the White Sea, oh wow, I forgot I'm live. I'm so tired, I'm falling asleep. Etana said to the eagle, "My friend, I saw a first dream. The city of Kish," I read that. His wife said to Etana, "The god showed me a dream. Like Etana, my husband, I have had a dream. Like you, the god has shown me a dream. Etana was king of Kish for X years, and his ghost." Then there's a gap of uncertain length. Etana opened his mouth and spoke to the eagle. "My friend, that god showed me another dream. We were going through the entrance of the gate of Anu, Elil, and Ea. We bowed down together, you and I. We were going through the entrance of the gate of Sin, Shamash, Adad, and Ishtar. We bowed down together, you and I. I saw a house with a window that was not sealed. I pushed it open and went inside. Sitting in there was a girl, adorned with a crown, fair of face. A throne was set in place, and beneath the throne crouched snarling lions. I came up, and the lions sprang at me. I woke up terrified. The eagle said to Etana, "My friend, the significance of the dreams is quite clear. Come, let me carry you to the heaven of Anu. Put your chest over my breast. Put your hands over the quills of my wings. Put your arms over my sides." He put his chest over its breast. He put his hands over its feathers. Put his arms over to its side. The eagle tied its load so securely, took him up a mile and spoke to him to Etana. "See, my friend, how the country seems. Inspect the sea. Look carefully for its feathers. Features. The country is only the edge of a mountain, and whatever has become of the sea." The eagle took him up a second mile and spoke to Etana. For the phrase Ami Mamu Taru CAHW SB Mimus B2 SMD. And the last note says it has ditto, which means it repeats itself. "See, my friend, how the country seems. Whatever has become of the country." The eagle took him up a third mile and spoke to Etana. "See, my friend, how the country seems. The sea has turned into a gardener's ditch." When they came up to the heaven of Anu, they went through the gates of Anu, Elil, and Ea. The eagle and Etana bowed down together. They went through the gates of Sin, Shamash, Adad, and Ishtar. The eagle and Etana bowed down together. He pushed it open and went inside. Whenever we return, we'll be reading Anzu. That was the end of the story, by the way. I liked everything with the snake, but to be honest, that's it. And then the rest was just okay. Again, it's the writing. How does it? I don't even know how they go somewhere, and then that's it. And then there's a gap for about the rest of the story. Very annoying. Let me see if I'm right. No, he took the guy to heaven and the bird was saved. That was the best story. I give it a 4 out of 5. To be honest,